Rebranding is a lot of work, but sometimes it's necessary. When done strategically and intentionally, a nice little facelift for your brand can really boost your business. But take it from someone that's just been through it. There are some things you definitely need to think about before you launch into such a big project. Hi, I'm Sharon Nissen. I am a virtual assistant mentor and I'm the creator of the Support Squad. It is my total mission to help women build happy online businesses. And I do that through the Support Squad podcast and the Support Squad membership community by teaching systems and strategies that will help women bring more ease, profit, and joy into their lives and businesses. So today I want to share with you 3 of the biggest lessons I learned in my latest rebrand and 2 of the big triumphs. So to start with, yay, let's celebrate. The rebrand is now live. We have a fresh new website, a fresh new membership community. Everything is updated and beautiful, and I feel so good about it. One thing that I've definitely learned before we go into all the other lessons is that a brand that you're proud of can give you so much confidence. So I'm feeling just on top of the world. But it didn't come without challenges. So lesson 1 that I learned throughout this rebrand is that you don't want to do a rebrand. You want to get your branding right from the start. So I see a lot of virtual assistants dive into their branding and they are pulling things from all over the internet, from all over Instagram. They're getting inspiration from everywhere. And what they end up with is kind of a jumbled mess when it comes to their brand. Before you get started on choosing fonts and colors, building your website, putting together your Instagram feed, all of these different things, make sure you get really clear on who you're serving and what kinds of branding will attract them. This is a step you cannot miss. Some things I encourage you to do are to go online, look at Instagram profiles of some people that might fit your ideal client avatar. Then look at the people they're following and engaging with. What do those people's brands look like? What are some of the elements that you see? What are some of the themes you see coming up again and again? Because one of the big mistakes I made when I first started the Support Squad is that I didn't really take the time to think about what you guys are looking for in a mentor and in a community like this. That you're not looking for like super immature kind of girly branding. You want something a little more sophisticated. So one thing I really wish I had done in the beginning is take some time to get clarity on that. And so I didn't just dive in and put all of this work into creating a brand that didn't align with my ideal client. So it's an important step that you can't miss. Keep in mind, this is something we've been talking about a lot in the Support Squad over the past month. Your branding is not just your fonts and colors, it's your messaging and your intention. And you always have to make sure that your messaging and intention line up with what your ideal client wants to see from you. So yeah, that was a pretty big mistake to just dive into a brand without doing that work. The second lesson I learned is to keep it simple. Keep it simple, you guys. Oh my gosh, if I've learned anything, it's that. When I first created my branding for the Support Squad, I thought everything had to be so complicated. I thought my logo needed to be complicated. I thought that every graphic needed to be complicated. I felt like I had to create a completely different template or a format each time I did a new podcast or blog. You guys, find a system that works and stick to it. Keep it simple. You don't want to keep reinventing the wheel. And there's another reason that this is really important. You want to make sure that if you are building an audience online, you want to make sure that your branding is consistent. And it's hard to do that if you're overcomplicating everything. Each time you create something for your brand, make sure that it's something that's going to work for you for a long time. So for example, in my rebranding process, I come up with one template for every blog. It'll be the same each time, super simple for me to duplicate. Similar things for every step of my content creation, of my email marketing, everything. I've kept it so simple. So I think you guys are going to start to notice that my brand's going to pop a little bit more, because you're going to see a lot more consistency from me. You're going to start to notice my brand more and recognize it more. So keep that in mind too. Keep things simple so that you can duplicate them again and again. Another thing that I wish I had thought of from the beginning is I wish that I had created a personal brand. Instead of hiding behind the Support Squad brand, I wish that I had established myself as the personality and face of my brand, and then have the Support Squad be just one thing that I do. Because as I'm moving along in my business, I've done the Support Squad and I'm going to continue to do the Support Squad, but there's a lot of ways that I want to support people in a deeper or in a different way. And it's hard for me to do that when people only know me through the Support Squad. So keep that in mind when you're building your brand. Don't base all of your branding and all of your decisions off of one offering. It will hold you back when it's time to grow. What's better is to make yourself a recognizable personality, expert, and authority. Show up everywhere as yourself, and that enough will shine through. People need to see you, hear you, and hear your voice. Do not hide behind your services and offerings. That's not why people hire you. People hire and buy from and follow people. And that's how you build an audience that over time will buy from you again and again and again. So those were some of the little lessons and mistakes I've learned. Please take these to heart. It has been so much work. I'm telling you, a rebrand is so much work. It's so much time and energy spent. And I do feel a bit that I wasted some of my time by not doing some of these things in the beginning. If I can stress anything, it's just to get clarity. Don't just start like pulling things from all over the place. Get clear on who your ideal client is and base your branding around that. So we've gone into my mistakes. Anytime I make mistakes, and I will continue to make them, I will always share my mistakes with you guys, because that's how we learn. And oh my gosh, I wish someone had been there to tell me all of these things when I was first getting started. So I am an expert. You guys will learn from me, and it's because I will continue to fail and mess up again and again. So yeah, that's just part of the entrepreneurial journey. So here's some triumphs that I had. First of all, if you're gonna do a rebrand, systems are key. The only way that I pulled this off was by getting into Trello, creating a project plan, setting deadlines for myself, and knowing each step of the way what the next part of the process was. I mapped it all out beginning to end at the beginning of the month, because I knew that if I just was randomly kind of working on things, that it wasn't going to get done. And this is a lesson that shows up in my business again and again. Get a system, set deadlines for yourself. You can't just kind of willy-nilly cobble things together, because then what's going to happen is the same thing I talked about before. Things aren't going to be consistent. You're going to waste time, and hello, time is money. We don't want to waste that stuff, okay? So if you're going to do a rebrand, do it strategically and systematically. Map out in Trello every single thing that needs to be rebranded. Give yourself deadlines and hold yourself accountable to them. It was a huge thing for me to announce at the beginning of the month, hey, you guys, rebrand is coming February 1st, because that kept me on track. Anytime you declare your goals in that way, it holds you accountable. So those deadlines and those kind of outward declarations of my goals really kept me moving throughout the month as I worked on this really intense project. So the second triumph, oh my gosh, you guys, this is what it is. Rebranding is invigorating. I feel so much energy and joy and ease about my business now because I've simplified things so much. I love the way my brand looks now. I am so excited to think about all of the people that are going to come across my website, are going to join the membership community, because I feel that finally, for the first time, all of these places, I've created a container that will really hold and support you guys in a beautiful way. I wanted it to feel beautiful and supportive and make you feel happy and hopeful about your business, and I hope that it does that. So thank you guys so much for supporting me through all of this. We had so many new members join, which I am so excited about. That's really the main goals. I want to be able to serve more of you in a deeper way. So at this point, you can still join. You can sign up for a free trial at thesupportsquad.com and join our membership community. It's beautiful. It's there. It's waiting for you, and it's only going to get better. So I will see you in there. Until next time, Boss Babe.